Hello everybody, it's the Baron again with another Escape the Pacific video. So what have I been doing? Dun, dun, dun. I've been making a house. As you can see, quite a large house. Although, I mean, you could quite easily build much bigger for those of you that are interested in size. So, what is this video about? Well, really, I just wanted to give you a few hints and tips about building before the new update comes out. There's a new update that's going to hit experimental any moment now, and that's going to solve one of the issues I've had with building my house, as well as add some other cool features like fast travel. Now for fast travel, that's going to make things really interesting, because at the end of the day you need to build a house, because unless you build a house you can't place crops or anything else like that, because those things don't place on your boat. So you're going to need a house, but that's in a fixed position, and traveling anywhere by sea takes quite some time. However, with the fast travel they've got now, apparently if I sail out into a bit of the open sea, I can then just quickly fast travel to a different cluster of islands, which is going to be great, because then I can gather resources, gather all the stuff I want, and then fast travel back. So, sticking stuff on your boat. Now, one of the things that I've needed a lot of are obviously the palm branches, etc. Any kind of leaves you're going to make for your house, because you can't just place them on your boat. You can't even tie them into a bundle and then tie that bundle onto your boat. So you're probably saying, well, how do you get lots of them? Well, the way the game currently is before the new update comes out, if you harvest any leaves off a palm tree, because there are some that are low, they don't respawn. However, on the new update, they will respawn. So first off, you can just harvest them on your own island. But to get them to go on your boat, this is what I've been doing, you can place poles on the edges of your raft, and then pick the fullest one. You can place a wall. Now you can fill this wall with long sticks and the leaves, etc., from another island. But just don't hammer them in. If you hammer them in, then when you destroy it, you're only going to get like half of them back. But if you just leave them in there, and then right-click to cancel it, they all fall on the floor. So that's what I've currently been doing. I've been sailing out to another island, building little walls on my ship, filling them full of fronds, and then sailing back and then cancelling my build. And that's been allowing me to start building up my house. But it does take a long time to build up your house, I must admit. It's not a quick job. So yeah, this is my house so far. I've got my indoor drying area. I've got salt on the go. I've got water. Although my water's starting to spoil now. You can see where you've got like the little mouth symbol. There's a green bar. I don't know if you can see it close enough, but there's like a little yellow bar on top of that green bar, which basically means now that it's spoiled. So if I drink that water, although my thirst goes down, I lose health. That's why my health is so low, because it hasn't rained on this island. Oh, I don't know, for like 10 days straight, maybe even more. I've really been getting desperate for water. It's been a real struggle. So, yeah. I mean, for all of the survival skills, the most simplest one you could do with the stuff I've got here is I could have actually boiled salt water and then collected the condensation and drank that. But you can't do that in this game. It's like the easiest way to survive. But, oh well, never mind. So yeah. That's a good tip for you to go and get your leaves. Now, another good tip for building, to save yourself a lot of resources. First of all, we'll talk about the pillars. So whether it's going to be the foundation pillars, the side frames, or these upward pillars, none of these have hit points, as in they don't deteriorate. The floor, get this, the floor, as you can see, deteriorates. walls deteriorate, roof pieces deteriorate. So all these will slowly go over time. So you have to just keep walking up to them and just give them a quick repair. But pillars never do. And I've found at the moment in the game, there's no benefit between having like the super log pillars or thin, tiny pillars, other than, cosmetic. It just looks nice. So if you're desperate for resources, don't use the big, thick trunks. You can use the next stage down if you want, which are these ones. Yeah, which is the same as the ones I've got on my boat. These ones. So these are like the next stage down. You get 2 of these from each trunk. So you can quite easily build a large area from using just those. Now also, you don't need... So if I get a bit of clean space, I'm going to show you what you don't need to be doing. So let's build a foundation. So say we use these. I put this down. And then I put another one. And then I put another one. Give me a moment. I just build a little area. Now, you're saying, okay, well, that's 4 lots of pillars I've got to put down. Well, no, that's not the case. Let me get rid of this one just to show you. So, the floor only needs 3 pillars. And you're doubling up on each of these pillars. So, in fact, if you actually got rid of this one, then there's still 4 pillars going to be here. And the same would be true here. And then, of course, last of all, let's just put that and get rid of that. So, I've only actually got 4 pillars here, 1 on each corner. But when we go to build the frame, let's build one that's going to be a bit thinner so you can see. I'll build it just on the 4 and then we'll add some in the middle. There we go. So here they're the 4 areas I've built. But because there's pillars here, you can, in fact, I'll just use a larger one so you can see the example. There you go. Now, you're probably saying, do I need to put the framework down for the centerpiece? So I put a framework down all the way around. But the centerpiece here, in theory, has frames on all 4 sides. Let me just show you. And the answer is, you do. Because when you place the floor needs frames. It looks like I'm going to need to change these foundations to be different ones. So that they're all the same. Actually, let's put these for all the same. That one. There we go. Right, so if I put the floor on, put that one there. There. Oh no. Now you can only put down the template this far. You can't put down any more of a template than what you've currently got here. You can't put the walls on until you've built some of this stuff here. But this center one, as I was saying, you can't put this piece in. You do have to put the framework in there first, and then you can build that one. So there you go. So if you want to, like, say, a 3x3 grid, you only actually need 4 ground pillars. And the rest will actually fit quite happily on there. Because the pillars don't have any hit points, they're not going to, like, degrade, and your house is going to collapse. So you're absolutely fine there. Just cancel all that. Hey. Now, for those who are not aware, you can build on your raft. So let's go across to my raft. So to build on your raft, You place the pillars as normal, but not these foundations, just the actual upright pillars. And you can place them on the corners of your raft pieces. And that will allow you to actually build like a little house on your raft if you want. So you can have like a little place with a roof. You have shelter as you're traveling along. Somewhere to have shelter to sort of like keep your water from spoiling so easily on the raft. So that's something you can do. Just be aware that you can't actually place stuff like you could do in a house. Yeah, everything on the raft has to be tied down. So all these things are tied down. So if you wanted stuff inside your house, it can only be objects that allow you to tie them down. As I said before, things like these plant holders, you cannot pick them up. You will not be able to pick them up. You can't place them on your raft. And any objects you place on your raft, for example, that's my backpack, for example. If you had an object that wasn't tied down, as you sail, that backpack will stay stationary where it is. I'm running out of hit points. Stay stationary where it is, and the raft will carry on. And if you've got it trapped somewhere, like in a little house, so you can't sort of like move, then the game will just jutter and stagger a lot as it's trying to sort of like resolve the fact that it wants to lose this piece because you're moving, but it's being forced to drag it. So having stuff in your house just isn't really, on a boat, isn't really a thing. Now, chance for people to give me some tips quickly. So first up, I can hang a wall lantern. It says a wall lantern holder. So if I get a lantern, either way, so if I drag it and try and place it, it just falls on the floor. If I try and attach it, it comes up and says, can't add, not fastened. So does anybody know how I can actually attach that? I mean, I've tried using small ropes, big ropes, all kinds of things, and it won't allow me to actually attach a lantern to a lantern holder. So that's what I would like to know. So if somebody knows how to do that, that would be very cool. Thank you very much. Right, well that's it. I'm going to leave this game for a little while now, wait for the new update to come out, play about with the new update, and test out a few things. And then I'll return at some point then with a new video. I might have finished this house. I might have started again on a new world. Depends what the update makes me do. And I'm waiting for the story mode to come out, to be honest. To play the story mode. So I will see you all again for another episode of Escape the Pacific. However, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments. I'll try and answer them in the comments. But if the questions are complicated enough, I might make another video just to sort of like, show you however it is I've done something. So yeah, I'm hoping you enjoyed this game. It is a tough game. It's not an easy survival game. Some mechanics that are a bit awkward, like picking up and dragging of doors and things and whatever. And I think it's like the bits of the raft, the big bits, like these rudders, to try and attach them. They're changing that in the update, so it's a lot easier to just attach. But yeah, it is a bit of a complicated and challenging game, but well worth it if you spend the time. It's some good fun. So I will see you all next time. Bye now.